I know it's typical for our videos to have a chirpy, enthusiastic intro, but I've got to be honest, when I began thinking about this video, I thought it would be easy to create 5 goals for Salesforce admins in 2024, but I have to confess that 2023 has left me feeling less than inspired and a tad jaded by the overwhelming amount of AI news. It's not that AI isn't amazing and exciting, it is, but the time from announcement to the launch of products can be long, and with many products and extra cost, not all admins will get to enjoy them. Now hold on, don't click off just yet. If you're another budding Salesforce admin, then you might also be feeling a little overwhelmed by everything. I definitely do. That's why I've put together this video giving you 5 great goals to work towards this year. Goals that focus on getting ahead of the curve and keeping your passion alive. Let's get into it. Goal number 1. Probably isn't a surprise at all, but it's still incredibly important. Double down on your AI knowledge. Overwhelming as it may be, there is no getting away from the fact that AI is set to be a permanent fixture in the tech world. To stand out, you'll need to be able to prove your AI skills. It's not all about the features though. The moral implications of AI are even more important, and I would encourage you to understand Salesforce's trusted AI principles. To get up to speed with Salesforce and AI, the Salesforce AI Associate certification is a great place to get a solid foundation and bag yourself a shiny new cert. By mastering the key topics like data processing, machine learning, Salesforce Einstein, model deployment, ethical considerations, and maintenance, you'll be well prepared to ace the exam and demonstrate your AI skills to potential employers. Be sure to check out our video guide on the AI Associate certification, as well as our AI Associate course and practice exams. You can find both linked in the description below.
Before we go any further, I'd like to take a few seconds to thank this video's sponsor, Elements.cloud. If you're struggling with all complexity, tech debt, and poor documentation, see why the Salesforce ecosystem loves Elements.cloud at elements.cloud/SFB.
This next goal might be a little unconventional, but it's still worth noting. It's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day or miss notifications about handy new features when they aren't getting the same level of publicity as AI. The past 12 months have seen numerous new features that I think admins will love. Here are a few of my favorites. First up, the ability to align fields horizontally. This change horizontally aligns fields with their neighbors in the same row, improving the look of pages. The image on the left is without alignment and the image on the right is with alignment. Notice the spacing and alignment of the phone field. There is something so satisfying about this simple change. You can think of this next capability as a bit like creating a dynamic dashboard, where the dashboard is set to view as the logged in user, giving every user who looks at it their own personalized view. You can now create a dynamic report filter based on the viewing user, so that they view records pertinent to them. For example, instead of creating multiple reports that are filtered by specific opportunity owners, you can use a relative value to filter by the opportunity owner equals user. That's the current user viewing the report. I love this enhancement. Historically, when the owner of an important dashboard left the company, you had the hassle of cloning and recreating the dashboards they owned. But from winter 24, you can transfer ownership of a dashboard, and the new owner has complete control of it. You can also transfer dashboards in bulk to save time. Finally, you can now track up to 6 fields for tasks and events when you turn on field history tracking for activities. Long overdue, I say. As promised at Dreamforce 22, Salesforce has extended dynamic forms to support hundreds of standard objects. Specifically, support has been extended to the majority of Lightning Web Component-enabled standard objects. Dynamic forms will also be generally available for mobile from the Winter 24 release. From the Salesforce mobile app setup, enable dynamic forms on mobile. With dynamic forms now readily available on most standard objects and mobile, 2024 could be a great time to assess your existing page needs and have a fun redesigning and rebuilding with dynamic forms, actions, and lists. Be sure to check out our videos on dynamic forms to get up to speed if you haven't already. You'll find these linked in the video description below. For goal number 3, it's super simple. Get certified. Job market saturation and the layoffs in 2023 have created a ripple of nervous energy throughout the ecosystem. It's increasingly more difficult for both entry-level and experienced admins to find roles, and I see people looking for ways to stand out. But it's not all doom and gloom. A quick search of LinkedIn or hiring boards shows there are many open roles, and the latest IDC report predicts the Salesforce economy will create 11.6 million jobs between 2022 and 2028. But in a job market where everyone and their dog seem to have the admin certification, I think it's imperative to consider gaining additional certs to make your application stand out. I also strongly believe that studying for a new certification is a surefire way to relight your passion for Salesforce. Certifications can inspire you with new features, concepts, and best practices, and allow you to enjoy things that you may not get to use day to day. Now, if you're currently a certified admin and you're not looking to specialize in a niche skill, then my current top 5 certifications are AI Associate, Platform App Builder, Sales Cloud Consultant or Service Cloud Consultant, Business Analyst, and Data Architect. In case you hadn't guessed it by now, at Salesforce Ben, we've got handy exam guides and top study tips for each of these certifications, which you can find in our certifications catalogue, which is also linked in the video description. For the penultimate goal in this video, I've chosen to discuss exploring a niche, and for good reason. There are certain Salesforce products with a real shortage of skilled professionals who could administrate them. Becoming a specialist in a niche product could increase your chances of securing employment. Many Salesforce admins will be proficient in Sales and Service Cloud, but far fewer have experience with Marketing Cloud, CPQ, Omni Studio, Tableau, or Data Cloud. As these skills are niche and in demand, there is far less competition for roles, and they command higher salaries. If you'd like to learn more about the kinds of niches that you could explore, check out this great video from Ben. Once again, you'll find it linked in the description below. And lastly, the 5th goal I recommend is to re-engage your users, because it's not all about you, you know. Re-engaging users is crucial for long-term adoption and effective utilization of the Salesforce platform. This involves consistent efforts to educate users about evolving features, functionalities, and best practices, addressing issues, and ensuring your users are confident using Salesforce. Now, without consistent re-engagement efforts, users may become disengaged or stop using the platform altogether. As well as informing your users about the new features, don't forget to collect feedback to identify areas for improvement. Stuck for ways to do that? Well, here are a few ideas to get you started. First up, Intelligence View for leads, contacts, and accounts is a great way for users to simply and easily identify prospects and customers that need attention. This will save them time with less need to wade through every record, and they can also take action directly from the lead, contact, or account tab. Fewer clicks. Happy users. It's easy to get started too. As you can see in this image, 1 refers to the metrics, 2 to the activity actions email and call, 3 to the additional actions edit and delete, and 4 to the filters. Finally, 5 is how you can return to the list view. For a more detailed overview, check out the full video linked in the description. You and your users can now create visually stunning and engaging dashboards with images, rich text, and dashboard widgets that are bound to impress your users and key stakeholders. Increased user adoption and engagement is what we all want, right? To get started, click the plus widget and select the type of widget to add when editing a dashboard. You can also add up to 5 filters instead of 3 from the Spring 24 release. I repeat, 5 dashboard filters. Next, another nice little time saver. If you want to change a filter on a report, you can now just simply select the new field you wish to filter on. Previously, you would have had to delete the filter and add a new one. And next, supercharge your related lists and delight your users by streamlining the actions available and adding quick actions directly to related lists. These changes mean that your users can create related records for items in the list without leaving the page, as well as perform mass updates for up to 100 records. And finally, the Manager Judgment column can be added to forecast types based on opportunity, opportunity product, or line item schedule. Manager judgments are not supported for forecast types based on opportunity splits or product splits. With this additional column, managers can select whether an opportunity is in or out, and they can then see a more accurate forecast. Neat, right? And that's a wrap on my 5 goals for every Salesforce admin in 2024. What did you think? Are you excited for the year ahead? What are your goals for 2024? Let us know in the comments.